I'm gonna show you how to make easy chocolate ganache. It's literally 2 ingredients. You can use it for so many things, and wait until you see what happens when it cools and thickens up. Oh. And I'm craving chocolate, so let's get started. We'll start with the chocolate. Now you can use either chocolate bars and chop them up into fine pieces, or use high quality chocolate chips. And I found these at Costco, and I love that they have 51% cacao. The important thing is to measure them correctly. You'll need either 230 grams by weight, or measure out 1 1/3 cups in dry ingredient measuring cups. Pour the chocolate chips into a large heat-safe mixing bowl. Next, bring your heavy whipping cream to a simmer in a small saucepan. If you want a ganache that you can drizzle or pour over a cake, use a heavy whipping cream with a 36% milk fat. I've found that using a 40% heavy whipping cream makes the mixture a little too thick. You want to stir that occasionally, and as soon as you see a simmer, remove it from the heat and pour it over your chocolate. Swirl the bowl a little bit to make sure all of the chips are covered. Then cover your bowl either with a lid or some plastic wrap and let that rest for 5 minutes. This should be just enough time to soften the chocolate. Uncover and immediately start swirling the chocolate, working from the center out. It's best to use a silicone spatula here and not a whisk, because you don't want to incorporate too much air bubbles into the ganache. Continue moving outwards as the chocolate melts and blends into the cream. It's done when the chocolate has melted completely and incorporated in with the cream. Now we have silky smooth, beautiful, rich ganache, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the best taste test of my life because there are so many great things you can do with it. First of all, one of my favorite is to use it as a fruit dip. So we've got some strawberries here. All you do is just let them take a dunk, and you can use this as pretty much any kind of fruit dip, but I love strawberries because strawberries and chocolate, there's just something really lovely about that combination. If you wanted to use this as a party dip, you can keep your little bain marie, if I'm pronouncing that right, over the stove and just rewarm it if it thickens up, but it'll stay soft for a bit. Look at that, okay. Strawberries and some sweet chocolate. Okay, here we go. That was like the perfect combination. Match made in heaven. Also, I wanna know, do you guys eat the green part? I put it in my smoothies, but otherwise Next, it is so good as a topping for vanilla ice cream. All right, ooh, that's a dangerous thing to throw. And this is my favorite vanilla ice cream, you know, shameless plug. I love it. Vanilla bean, it has the little flecks of vanilla in it. Yummy yum. All right, and there is nothing like a fresh tub of ice cream. It's like, look at this. Here's my favorite part. When you get the first scoop, it's like, it's so beautiful. It's like the perfect scoop. That's what makes it so beautiful. Y'all, come to mama. I told you this would be the best taste test of my life. I'm probably teasing you guys like crazy though, huh? All right, look at that. Oh, it's so lovely. And I am one who believes that ice cream is great any time of year, especially when you drizzle it with chocolate ganache. Oh baby, okay, all right. Let's do one more for good measure. I also wanna know if you guys have good tips for keeping ice cream soft as it hangs out in the freezer. Sometimes it gets a little hard to scoop. Okay, I think those look pretty amazing. And now, let me get to the good part. I think we'll use a spoon for this. Check this out. Oh, hold me. The chocolate sauce is still a little warm, so it'll melt the ice cream just enough. And you'll notice the consistency of a chocolate ganache will change as it sits. The longer it sits, the thicker it gets. So if you want to loosen it up to get it more of a drizzling consistency, just put it over the warm water. Husband's over saying that's enough. I'm like, I love my job. Here we go, diving in. Ooh, melty ice cream. And that chocolate does firm up pretty quickly when it's on cold ice cream. Here we go. Oh my goodness, come on. We better hurry up this taste test so I can finish that. Okay, and it also works really well as a glaze for cake. So any kind of cake, you know how in the bakeries, they'll get that beautiful little drizzle down the side? Let me show you. You do want to use the ganache when it's still soft and drizzleable, when it still has a little bit of pour, it's still warm, because that's how you get those nice little drops down the side. All right, now this next one, a lot of people don't know about it, but if you let the ganache sit and cool for a couple hours, it'll thicken up nicely, and you can even refrigerate it after that if you want it even thicker. But all you do is beat it into the most wonderful chocolate frosting that you can pipe on cakes and cupcakes. Let me show you. Oh, yeah. All right, and scrape it down a couple times while you're beating. You can see it's lightened in color. It is so fluffy and whipped, and it's about doubled in volume, I'd say. This will frost a small cake or a dozen cupcakes nicely. And if you want it even thicker than that, and that's pretty thick, look at this. It holds its form, pretty thick right there. But if you want it even thicker, you can refrigerate it for 15 minutes and it'll whip up even firmer. So next, what I like to do, transfer that to a piping bag. Got my large star on there. I need a bigger spatula because this rinky-dink one is not gonna get me very far. Look at this, yum. 2 ingredients. It's like the easiest chocolate frosting, really. So simple, so delicious, intense chocolate flavor, and you really don't need anything else. Okay, we're gonna decorate this pound cake. I wanna show you how this puffs, because you can make little patterns, rosettes, whatever. Decorate to your heart's desire. Look at this. That's a lot of frosting. Just making this taste test last. Here we go. Look at the texture on that frosting. Yes, ganache also is frosting. Let's try this. You know what? We're not gonna mess around. We're just gonna go for it. Oh, I'm pretty sure. I have chocolate on my face, it doesn't even matter. If you've never made chocolate ganache before, I hope you were convinced. It's just like one of those wonderful things that every baker should know how to make. There's so many uses for it. Just 2 ingredients, super easy. Let me know how you guys like to use ganache. Also, let me know where you spotted Sharky in the video. And if you have any other recipe requests or cooking tutorials, I would love to hear from you. And we'll see you on the next episode of Natasha's Kitchen. Bye for now. I'm gonna go finish this taste test in private. Oh, wait. In our new cookbook, there is a recipe for my daughter's birthday cake, super chocolatey. If you're a fan of chocolate, that's where you can find it. I will link to this in the notes. Okay, where was I?